guys, Barry. Mate, it's currently 10 to 5 in the morning. Can I just say, straight up, I've been at this workplace now for just over 4 years where I'm working here as the baker. Love the job. It'll be my retiring job unless I move out of town or something. Yeah, so just over 4 years, mate, of working there. And I think for about 2.5, 3 years, every day at the end of the shift, I sort of get into my car and as soon as I sit down, I don't know if you get this, but I get this, is when you've been on your feet for quite a while, standing and working and whatever, especially on a concrete floor, or a hard sort of a floor, when I sit down, when I get that first proper sit down, my back it's like getting a minor massage on the back. So my back will just go from like complete tightness and just sit down and it just goes, oh, you know what I mean? I can just feel that relaxing across my kidneys, mate, and it is honestly one of the most glorious parts I look forward to at the end of a working day, is that sit down. I think it might be equivalent to maybe for a woman to take a bra off at the end of the day, or for a bloke, or just whoever, you know, you get your jocks off at the end of the day, or sort of take that pressure off, mate. It is one of the most glorifying feelings in the world. To me, it's one of my most favourites, and I love it. Now, I've been working there just over 4 years, and I told you I've been sitting down getting that for 2.5, 3 years. Tonight's the first night I've gotten in the car and haven't sat down and had that relaxing feeling, and there's a reason why, and I'll put a picture up of it later, but the picture's really, it's not really much to put a picture up about, but they finally got for me at work one of those black mats, the black honeycomb mats. You'd be familiar with them, you've seen them in bars to give a bit of grip to people, non-slip black mats. They look like a bit of honeycomb, they've got the holes all through them. Yeah, that's the ones. Well, they got one of them for work. I asked for one, it's been delivered. And I'll tell you what, I had the most glorious work night that I've had since I've been there. The most glorious work night, mate. Every single step that I took on that mat had that same relieving feeling from the bottom of my back, my lower lumbar. That same relaxing feeling as sitting down in the car. But I was getting that relaxing feeling with every single step that I took tonight on that mat. From the moment I walked into work and seen that mat, a big smile crossed my face, because I was being informed that it was going to come tomorrow. The biggest smile across my face, mate. I walked straight over to this mat and I had a stand. I stood on this mat. And the overwhelming feeling of relaxation, of just ease of pressure. It's almost like a massage. It was so incredibly beautiful, mate. I really didn't want to get off the mat, mate. I would have been happy to stand up for 6-8 hours straight. So I've got into that and just had the most wicked night, as I've said. Now, of late, the reason I asked for this away is because lately I've been sort of, when I cool down after work, you know, when you're highly strung, or you're getting around and everything's hot, your muscles are warm. You know what it's like if you're an athlete or something, and you sit down after a match, and as your body starts to cool, things starting to stiffen up and you get a little bit sore and whatnot. Well, I was finding this after sitting down for a couple of hours at home, which I'll be doing in a minute when I get home, getting cool, mate. Just everything's sort of cooling down, and I'd go to walk to the fridge for a coffee, whatever the case may be, and I was just about crippled over, mate, walking like a cripple, like walking half sort of bent over, and my ankles felt like they were going to snap in half. And I put it all down to the cushioning, or the lack of cushioning that I had in my workplace. Because the shoes I wear are Asics, and they're a great shoe. And like, and on top of all that, like, and on top of the mat, I also bought inserts at Woolies yesterday when we were shopping. The inserts cost 15 or 16 bucks, but it's a bloody brilliant insert. Like, it's just instant relief. So I had the inserts and had the mat at work, so brilliant night altogether. But what I was saying was, as I get up and sort of walk around, and I felt like my ankle, if someone had pushed me, if I'd have stood on a Lego and had to quickly hop away or whatever the case may be, I dead set old son, felt like my ankle was about to snap. Just felt like it was about to snap. And it's not about being uncomfortable at work, mate. You've got to be comfortable. You do that job for long enough, like you've got to have a little bit of comfort with what you do, surely. So I rang around yesterday and did some searching up, and I ended up getting to the boss, and he says, yeah, no, look, don't worry about it, I've got your mats for you. I was like, sweet, no worries. But these things are almost like you've seen the mats, I've told you, with the holes and like the honeycomb, but they almost sell these off as like a bit closer, like an anti-fatigue mat or a fatigue reducing mat, and that's what I like about it. I'm coming home today, mate, I don't feel even remotely tired, mate, and I don't feel as my back is a bit shit. I don't feel as my ankles are about to snap. I don't feel as though I've got to run for a hot shower and put some dank rub on, which I do some mornings. I feel good, man. I feel relaxed. I feel like I don't feel as though I've stood on my feet since 9 o'clock last night, and it's 5 o'clock now. I don't feel like I've stood on my feet for that entire period of time, and that's got to be a good thing. Because as it was, I was turning up to work at 9 o'clock like a young bloke, full of energy, pep, bouncing around at 9 o'clock at night, and crippled up at 5 o'clock in the morning, mate. Like, that's not on. So something had to change. So I'm really glad that I requested these mats and looked into it. And it sort of goes about this is getting on a little bit. I might put this up on YouTube as well, but this sort of goes on as, I don't like people that come into workplaces and make changes purely for themselves. They've no benefit to any other staff member, has no long-term benefits to anybody after they've gone. They say, how come this is like this? Oh, because Jacko wanted it like this, and oh, we didn't like it, but Jacko wanted it. It's like, that's not a thing, mate. I've made this change now, this will stay in the bakery, this mat, and this is a change that'll benefit every single person that works the bench. You know what I mean? Like, this just benefits people, mate. This is anti-fatigue. It's just, you know, it's good. It's really good. Anyways, happy news. I'm going in to have a coffee. I feel good. I'm not fucking zapped. So that's good. First for everything, I suppose. Anyway, warm night. It's 5:05 or something. I'm going in for a coffee. It's a long video, but I was just so elated. I just wanted to get off my chest, and really, I feel as though I've explained myself properly. I feel as though I've articulated correctly what I wanted to say, which is good. Because I normally finish videos and I'm like, you know, I bloody should have said this, or I bloody should have said that, but I really feel as I've done this. I've done the current feeling in my back and the current night at work justice with this video. Yeah, I'm the Bear. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao for now.